My family lives off the grid. We have a truly unique property. It's huge, it's wonderful, it's wild. We have solar power. We have our own water system, a dug well, and we live far apart from other people, way out in the wild, and we experience the wilderness and the wildlife and the beauty of nature. And I know that there's other channels that share different facts and how-to as far as living off the grid. And of course, there are different tricks to doing it, and there's a lot of extra work, but I want to focus on the beauty and joy of living off the grid, the possibilities when you have a large property, the kinds of fun that you can have. So please do join us, and I hope you have as much fun as me. Hello, this is Killer coming to you from an undisclosed location somewhere in North America. I'm warming up a little bit before going outdoors. It's technically fall, but it feels like winter out there. Actually, it's a pretty nice day. It doesn't feel that wintry. It's nice to have a fire to come back to after our little excursion. And the puppies are looking forward to it. What do you think, girls? Should we go for one? Should we go for a walk? Unleash the leash! Woo! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go, girls! Come on, let's go! Here we are at scenic Bobcat Bower, and it is an incredible day. Oh, what a beautiful sunshiny day. Bobcat Bower, love it here. What are we going to do today? Well, let's get some fresh air, feel the sun on our skin, and let's go trail camming. One of the best things about living here is setting up trail cams and then getting what we can as far as animals on the trail cams, which can be pretty incredible. Here the girls are playing. It's wonderful, they can just run about. Here is what looks like a road, but is actually a driveway. I don't know if it's a quarter mile long, fifth of a mile, what it is, but it's long enough. We have to go trail camming now before it gets too wintry. Once the snow starts falling, it can be very difficult to get around. There's some work involved living here, but look at it. Look how beautiful. It's incredible. Get quite a few different kinds of trees here, though they kind of look the same right now. But for instance, this here is an apple tree. Over here we have a black cherry tree. It's still all our driveway. Now we're not going to get the memory chips out of every trail cam. There's just too many of them. But there's a few that I've let kind of lay fallow out here for a couple weeks that may have some good footage on that. On the trail cams, I usually set them to take both 1 to 3 photos and also video. Oh, I think I was going into the woods too early here. A little bit further. Now during the summer, it's all closed in. All the greenery makes it feel like you're traveling through a tunnel here. Come winter, with all the leaves off the trees, it opens up.
All right, I think we'll go in here. I just love it out here. It's absolutely wonderful. Ooh, there's some tracks here. Something's been through. That was not the puppies. More tracks here. Look at that. Look at that. That's not deer. You can see the toes. I wonder what it was. Possibly a fisher. Probably not a bear this late, but I would, if I had to guess, I'd say bobcat. Thus the name of our location, Bobcat Bower. Now, here is a trail cam. It's a real good one. Here's my philosophy on trail cams. There's so many places to put them, and animals can be absolutely anywhere. So I put the trail cams in locations where the location itself is attractive, is beautiful. Then if the animals come into view, so much the better. So in this case we have like a, not really a down tree, but it's kind of like collapsed over a little bit. Creates an archway, which in theory might direct some animals to come through here. And if they're walking underneath the branches, that would be very beautiful. So we'll see if we got any animals. I'm going to get the memory chip out of this one. All right, one memory chip secured. Puppy's been having a good time playing in the woods, sniffing the smells, tracking rabbits and who knows what. At this point, they've been all over, so you see footprints. We don't know if the puppies or not. Let's look at them in detail. So we've estimated that we have about 15,000 trees. I don't know if that's true or not. It depends on the acreage and number of trees. A lot of these trees are small as well. You know, 15,000 is actually pretty conservative. We might have 20,000. But again, a lot of them are pretty small. They're getting bigger every year. And the trees are different depending on the different parts of the property. One of the fun things about owning a large property is getting to know it, and it takes time. It does. You can't just tour it or live there for a couple months. There's always new things happening, like what happens when it rains out and snows and the snow melts, storm comes through, whatever else. Things are changing all the time, including the driveway. We get potholes. And then we have to fill them. We'll fill these come spring. One of my daughters and I team up. My daughter Cassidy. Oh, look at the clouds today. The sun. Blue sky. As you can see, as we come up the hillside, the trees start getting taller. I don't know if they're older growth or if they have better drainage, and that leads them to be taller. I'm not sure. It's all part of getting to know the place. Look at all those trees. Now, they say an acre of land can have 900 trees. But it depends on the size of the tree, of course. You can have as few as only a couple hundred. but in this case, they're pretty well packed in. All right, it's been 10 or 15 minutes, and we have one memory chip so far. Here's the pond, partially frozen over. Oh, here we have a little critter come through. See the tracks. Come down maybe to get a taste of water or to maybe hunt something down there. Another one here, probably a bird. These tracks are the puppy. I think that's a pretty long leap though. Here's a trail we've made. Again, the woods here are taller. It's beautiful. And it feels nice and open right now. But in the summertime, it feels nice and closed in. Both feelings are really pleasant. So this trail I've lined with fallen logs on either side. You know, I just pluck the weeds from time to time. All these trees, all this land is ours. It's really incredible. Never thought I'd own anything like this. I wish everyone could have a place like this. If they want it. I'm sure it's not suited for everybody. Not everyone would want to live here. Here we have a hole. I've been wondering what lives in there. I don't really see footprints, but there's no snow on top of it, so I don't know. Alright, got a trail cam here. Snow might have covered some of it, but I'm going to go ahead and get the memory chip. Alright, I have retrieved the second memory chip. Time to get the third. Continuing on down the trail. We have our very natural arch here, which we touch for good luck. Over there, if you can see it, is a structure that we inherited. It's a deer stand, I guess, if you hunt deer, or a wildlife viewing station if you're us. Some night I like to go up there, maybe throw a blanket around myself, and maybe with some night vision, and just see what kind of critters I can see on the forest floor. Along this part of the path, you can't see it because of the leaves and the snow, but I laid a bunch of small stones because before it used to have some standing water. And with the stone path, that way, you know, your feet can stay dry. Alright, I got a trail camera over here. Here's our stream. And I thought this would be a scenic view that would be likely to capture any animals that walked along either side of the stream. There's a trail cam. I have retrieved the third memory chip. Now over here is the partial dam I've been working on. Not very far on it so far, but it sounds beautiful. Let's listen for a minute. The far side is a large stone. I'd like to make enough stones and make it wide enough that we'll be able to walk across. On the other side, that's our land also. You can kind of walk across as is if you've got boots, but I like to make it, comfortable. I want to make it real big all the way across. And then it'd be fantastic to come down here after thunderstorms. It should be absolutely spectacular. But that is a project for another day. I do have some stones gathered here that I got from other locations on the property. I'll be together quite a few more. We've got a couple more trail cams here. Got one right here. Doesn't usually paid off, but it's toward the deer stand. It would be pretty cool to see something climbing up in the deer stand like a raccoon, but I doubt that'll ever happen. There's another one over there, so I'm gonna go ahead and fetch those two, number 4 and number 5. So check this out. Even though we've had a number of freezing days and it's quite cold out, we have all this snow. Here's a little moth. Let's see if I can catch up to him. Oh, there he is. He's right there. Little moth, you should be hibernating, buddy. Gotta find a place. I don't know how they make it through the winter. The frogs and the toads and the deer. I don't know how any of them make it through the winter. I mean, it's a pretty nice day right now, no doubt. It'll be minus 25 actual temperature with 25-mile-an-hour winds. And somehow they survive. It's just absolutely incredible. All right, I'm going back along that path. It leads towards the house. I have a few more trail cams, smart chips that I'd like to get. Should say memory chips. I know what critter made these footprints. It was me. One time I came out here at night, come back along this path, heard something near me, and 5 feet away, just a gigantic porcupine. It looked like a dinosaur, absolutely massive. He's pretty casual. I was a lot more alarmed than he was. Back to the pond. pond is very low right now, but in late spring it'll be all the way up to the rim and even beyond. See that that seating area over there? That would be about halfway underwater. And we get huge bullfrogs here. I mean, giants. They're the size of like a small human baby. Hear me now, believe me later. Come spring, we'll catch one and show it to you. Sunny day and the solar panels have gotten uncovered. No snow on them. We have that scaffolding, but we don't really dare go up on it. It's too rusty. And it's pretty challenging to try to scrape that snow off anyways. So we just let nature take its course. More footprints down here. Little ones, probably a vole. More woods, more woods, more woods. There are 3 more memory chips I want to get today, and they're basically all in the labyrinth. We've made an outdoor labyrinth. It's quite a bit more open in winter when the leaves are off the vegetation. Oh, these are tracks of a rabbit, snowshoe rabbit. The few times that we've gotten bear on the trail cams, they're almost like every single time they've been in this maze area. But when we find bear scat, we usually find it in the woods. Something came this way. I don't know what that is. The prints aren't clear enough. Oh, lots of little prints here. Some kind of bird. Maybe a woodcock. This is the Ironwood Grove. It's just a little hidden place here, cul-de-sac, and we've gotten some incredible animals on this view. There's the trail cam. We've gotten bobcat, we've gotten black bear, owls that bring their kill down and are feeding on it right in front of the camera. It's spectacular. Lots of deers, of course. Go ahead and get this memory chip. All right, I have memory chip number 6. Let's go get number 7. Out from the Ironwood Grove. Now this open area here, it is artificial, it's constructed. I had to carve this out. I don't know what's been here. Something was leaving some big prints. Really big. Oh, there's some big prints. Could be coyote. Could be wolf. No, probably not wolf. I don't think they're big enough for that. Could be bobcat even. Oh, it looks like going that direction into the woods. Get my daughter out here. Tracker girl, one of my twin girls. Call her Tracker girl. She loves to follow prints. I came this way. There's mark of a snowshoe rabbit. We're following something else. Looks like it's got 4 toe pads. Down into the woods here. Well, obviously we could follow it forever. That could be a whole 2-hour adventure. And we'll never catch it. Not in the daytime. Not without Tracker Girl, we're not going to get it. We'll stay focused on the trail cams. So here you can kind of see some of the paths of the maze. Because it's open during the fall and winter. A lot less maze-like. Alright, another snowshoe rabbit here. Footprints. What do we have here? I don't know. No, it looks like cloven hooves. That must be a deer. Looks like we've got quite a bit of activity here. Old footprints. But here, what do we have going on? Was something digging at the ground? There's footprints all over the place. I don't know. Well, I wasn't going to get this trail cam smart chip on this one, but I am now. Let's see if it recorded anything. Now you may recall my saying that I try to get nice locations to put the trail cam on. Now if you look over here, after the tornado came through 2 years ago, it knocked down this tree. And then it landed on the other tree. It's not really down, but it's like half down. It would have been down if not for this other tree catching it, which is an apple tree, by the way. That's why it's so spiky. So it's created this natural archway. And actually that arch is kind of like the beginning of the maze if you're coming from this direction. So it's kind of like a neat little maze entrance. Anyways, I set up the trail cam here because anything walking through that entrance, you know, that would be quite scenic. So we'll go ahead and see if we have anything on that trail cam memory chip. All right, there's one more trail cam memory chip I want to get today, and this one is very special. Here we're following some deer prints. Some other prints down here too, some kind of bird. Could be a woodcock. We actually have quite a few woodcocks here, and they are incredible. If you don't know what they are, and I didn't either, look them up and look up the woodcock dance. The dance is absolutely hilarious. It's just, it'll give you goosebumps and make you laugh. Here, as you can see, this part of the trail, sometimes water will gather. Then we have to move around it. Maybe someday I'll put some stones in there, but it's easy enough to move around for the time being. Snowshoe rabbit here. So, of course, the bad thing about winter is the temperature, you know, any sort of inconvenience due to discomfort. But as far as trail cams and animals, it's pretty cool that you can track animals. Now we have something came through here. I don't know exactly what that was. Maybe a deer, maybe not. Oh yeah, cool. No, that's a deer. Snowshoe rabbit here. So it makes it a lot easier to track. I don't know what this is. It's left almost like a continuous trail. There's trails all over. So on this land, or probably most land, you really have little idea of the animal life unless you have trail cams or you look at the footprints and the tracks that animals leave, because they're shy. They're not going to come out and meet and greet you for the most part. There's a few exceptions. These trees out here have character. I like the thick bark. So I've got a trail cam here, and what I did was, here's basically the view. It's of this large stone, and the dream would be to have an animal jumping up on the stone. That'd be very, very scenic. The snow on top of it right now is completely undisturbed, so we may not have anything on this view. I'm going to go ahead and get the memory chip. When we collect the memory chips from the trail cams, we never really know what we're going to get, of course, and that's part of the fun and joy of it, that we get surprised. Of course, sometimes the trail cam doesn't catch anything, or we forgot to turn it on, or the batteries ran out. Lots of different things can happen, or it gets covered by snow or whatever else. A branch falls down in front of it. But we did get a few animals on these trail cams, as you will see. The trail cams constantly surprise us, and this time was a bigger surprise than usual because we found a new animal on Bobcat Bower.
one that we had never seen here before, and more than one of them. And boy, are they cute. We believe those cute little creatures are mink. They could be North American river otter, but they don't seem to have the right markings or the right size. They're very small, and they're mostly one color, whereas the river otters would have more markings, a more distinctive face, I think, and would be larger as well. But the mink, it's pretty cool. We just love seeing that. So we'll be trail camming some more. I look forward to seeing you on this channel. If you like seeing the trail cam photos with me in the video and going out and collecting them and being part of nature, please do subscribe and hit the like button. Much appreciated. And have a great day. Bless you.